Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punch Wally Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing? All right? Today is Tuesday, November 19th, 2024, year of our Lord, season number 2, episode number 324. In today's show, hold on a minute, I forgot something. In today's show, we will talk about making a living. We will talk about paper route. Let's go. In My Life, the 366 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas in the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com, REDITOO.com. Check them out. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, then you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, please wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallas.com. We're also a dealer for Extreme Charge, the best battery maintenance charger on the planet. I got 50 of them going right now. I got no dead batteries. If you got something setting, you need one of them. StrokersDallas.com. Click on shop. I want you to turn off the news, turn on my show. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1970. So in 1970, my brother and I were 13 and 14 years old. First of all, I want to thank George from Fresno. He sent me these cool rubber bands. He knows these are the ones I like to mess with when I'm nervous and I'm doing the show. George also sent me this John Lennon Imagine thing with a magnet, so I'm going to stick it somewhere in here. I appreciate that very much, George. Thank you, sir. In 1970, my brother and I got a paper route. We had bicycles, and we threw, in Dallas, Texas back then, there were two newspapers, the Dallas Morning News and the Dallas Times-Herald. The Dallas Morning News came out early every morning, and the Dallas Times-Herald came out usually around between, I'd say, 4 and 6. So when we'd get home from school about 3:30, the newspapers were sitting there in the front yard, and we would take them, fold them, and I think they had to be out by no later than 6. So Rand had a route and I had a route, and they were, we were both in the same neighborhood. He had 3 or 4 or 10 streets, and I had the same thing. So we would fold the newspapers. You had the Dallas Times-Herald bag, and you'd, put the rubber bands on them, and you'd stuff them in there. Maybe that's why I like rubber bands so much, from that. You'd stuff them in there, and then you'd learn your route. You'd go down on your bicycle, and you'd throw one here, and you'd throw one there. You got to be good at throwing the newspaper. And the way you made your money was when you collected, so I don't remember what it was, but say a newspaper cost you 20 cents, and then say you sold it for 25 cents, something like that. And it was a good way to make money for a young boy. And I remember throwing it, and as you got a little older, you're still throwing it, and then you had a motorcycle, so it was a little easier to throw the paper out, and you kind of looked forward to it every day. And I even remember working at Roach Paint. Was I working at Roach Paint? I don't think I was working at Roach Paint. I think it was one of the jobs I had before that, as a teenager. I would still throw the newspaper to make some extra money. But those were good times, and between the Coke bottle hunting and throwing a newspaper and mowing lawns, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, let's check those trucks. Check those trucks. You got those black boot bottom, high tops, black and white logo, white toe, white sole, double black racing stripes, white shoestrings, one eye down, double knotted for safety. These are, say it with me, y'all, these are some handsome chucks. Let's check the office, okay? I came into this world naked and broke, so I figure the worst I can do is break even. Rick Fairless. Well, that's true. When you come into this world, you're naked and you got no money. So the worst you can do is break even. So I'm banking on that. Yesterday, I forgot to read Grandma's calendar. So today I'm going to read two of them. So 75 years ago yesterday, Grandma Golda on November 18th, 1949 wrote, it was a Friday, "We went to Doxy to a Thanksgiving supper tonight. Mother Fairless stayed all night." I bet Grandma Golda was so happy. Not. 75 years ago today, Saturday night, November 19th, Grandma wrote, "It was a pretty day. We went to town this evening. Harry picked cotton and went to town tonight." I wonder what the difference is in her world between this evening and tonight. This evening is probably 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and tonight's probably 8, 9, don't you think? Dad joke. What do you get when you cross a polar bear with a seal? A polar bear. Get it? Get off the couch, a motivational minute. One positive thought in the morning can change your entire day. And it can. It can make you feel better. It's like music. You ever notice you can be driving or something and your song comes on, a song that you like, and it just makes you feel better? Positive thoughts can do that too, right? Won't hurt to try it. Okay, today's Tuesday. Supposed to be 70 something today. Beautiful day. We had a lot of rain yesterday morning. That's passed. I'm glad. Parts. If you need parts for your motorcycle, please allow me to make you a deal on them. I'd rather sell them cheap than not sell them at all. And so no matter what part it is you're looking for, I can get it for you. Say you're customizing your bagger or you're working on your Evo or whatever it is you're doing. If you'll get those parts from me, I'll give you a discount on them. I'll make you a deal. You can just call up here or shoot me an email and I'll work something out with you. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this. They say that we only use 10% of our brains. I think that's false. I know a lot of people that don't even use 10% of their brains. Don't you? Don't you know those people too? Thank you for the rubber bands, George, and the John Lennon Imagine lyrics. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all watching the show. We're in the middle of November. A lot of things going on. And I appreciate you very much. Check out my website if you need a motorcycle, strokersdallas.com, or you can go to strokersonline.com. I'd appreciate it. All right, Rick Fearless, I got to go. Love you, Alice. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.